A new progress video for our upcoming update
MPS フットソール
is finally here. Welcome back. This is the second progress video and it has been long overdue. So for that reason, we would like to apologize in advance. My Roblox username is PainShinraTensei, but you can also call me Pain or Talish. I'll be your guide throughout this video, and before we start with the showcase, I'd like to give you two disclaimers. Number one, not everything that you see in this video is guaranteed to be the final product. The UI and sound are a couple of examples, they are only a prototype version. Number two, this showcase will contain controversial changes that you may or may not like. And with that in mind, let's go right into the showcase without wasting any more time. In the last progress video, we showed you the animation for bicycle kick. And since then, we have been working on improving the acrobatic animations in the game. And we are happy to show you that they are now smoother and more visually impressive than ever before. The new animations include headers, diving header, bicycle kick, scorpion kick, and scissor kick. These actions have been reworked from the ground up with attention to detail in every frame to make them as realistic as possible while also having the fundamentals of the usual MPS animation style. The new animations also have improved physics, making them look more natural and in line with how the moves would be executed in real life. You may have noticed the recovery animations in the previous section and went like, wow, that's really cool. And that is exactly what we'll be covering in this section. We've added new animations for recoveries based on the side a player lands on. This will give players a more realistic and authentic experience when their players fall down and get up during a match. The new animations are more fluid and natural. In the past, the recovery animations were simplistic and lacked immersion and reality, hence we believe this change was necessary. Another minor feature that we decided to add that has a direct relation to the way acrobatics and recoveries function is the way in which animations transition during ragdolls. We have worked to greatly improve the flow or transition from animations to ragdoll and vice versa. Accordingly, the animations will easily change into a ragdoll state after every acrobatic action the player does, and back into an animation when they begin to get up and recover. The player will have a smoother, more authentic experience as a result. Here's a comparison of the way transitions appeared before and after this update. Currently in MPS Futsal, the shielding system worked in a way in which the hitbox would get deactivated if it overlapped with another character instead of just the ball. This led to some frustrating situations where players would unintentionally lose control of the ball either when dribbling, tackling, or any other action. With this new update, we've made changes to the shielding system to address this issue. The hitbox will no longer get deactivated if it overlaps with another player's body. The hitbox will remain active until the action ends, meaning that you can still react with the ball as long as the hitbox does not overlap with another player's body. As you can see, I'm not able to hit the ball as my hitbox is currently overlapping with Guidable's character, and when I move forward so that my hitbox is no longer overlapping with his character, I'm able to hit the ball. We are also going to be whitelisting specific actions like acrobatic actions as we feel that they shouldn't be affected by shielding. The way foot switching operated was one of the primary features we altered. The new name for this is side switching. This indicates that it is no longer limited to feet because it now includes arms as well. We can now provide goalkeepers the option to switch their lead hand when diving to save a ball thanks to this. For instance, there will be two variations for both the ground dive and the aerial dive. Depending on the context on which side is picked, the animation will change and the action may work differently. Before moving on to the next sections, we must first understand what's meant by variants or animation/action variants. Variants are when a single action plays a different animation based on a player or environmental context. So one main action can have multiple sub-actions. For example, the player may execute a right side split save if they are going diagonally to the right. Additionally, the player may execute a left side block save if they are moving to the left. These two variations fall under the reflex primary action. In this instance, the movement direction serves as the context. working hard to create smooth and realistic animations for shooting, passing, and crossing that are visually pleasing and follow the MPS animation style. Players will notice a significant improvement in the fluidity and realism of the animations, making the game feel more immersive. We've also made some adjustments to the physics of the ball and the player movements to make sure that the animations match the movements and interactions of the ball with the player. And this is done for a more realistic and satisfying gameplay experience. This one includes several different sub-features and is one of the most comprehensive parts. It follows that the goalkeeper tools have been fully redesigned from the ground up, everything has been reanimated, new actions have been added, and the actions now work and function differently. Be able to control the distance of their goalkeeper's dive by holding down the dive keybinds for longer. This allows for more precise saves and adds an extra layer of strategy to the gameplay. We've also made some improvements to the animation and physics of the goalkeeper diving, making it more realistic and responsive. As you can see, when I simply tap on the ground dive keybind, the distance covered is quite less. But when I hold down on the dive keybind, I'm able to cover a larger distance, and the longer you hold down, the further you dive. If you had watched our first progress update video, you would know that the Dirangle system works by allowing players to control the height at which their shots will travel, depending on the direction in which the camera is looking at. We have added onto this by integrating vertical spin control. By rotating the camera up, players can apply more backspin to their shots, while rotating the camera down will apply more topspin to their shots, and if the camera is facing straight up ahead, plus spin would be applied. This adds a level of control that will allow players to execute a wider range of shots and passes or even other tricks, giving them more options on the field. As we conclude this devlog, we want to thank you for taking the time to watch and listen to updates and features showcased in this video. We are excited about the progress we are making, and we hope you're as excited as we are to see these new features in action. We can't wait for you to experience the game's new level of competitiveness and excitement that we've been working hard to achieve. We would also like to remind you that this is just a small taste of what's to come, and we have more in the pipeline and we'll be sharing more updates in the future. We value your feedback and support, so please don't hesitate to reach out to us and let us know what you think.